I'm sitting a little far back because I wanted you to see the crystal that I'm wearing today. I purchased this crystal at a healing arts fair about an hour away from here several years ago. The crystal actually picked me. I was a reader at this event, and when I took a break, I decided I was going to go around and look at all the vendors. And I went upstairs, and there was this one small room, and nobody was in it except for the vendor. And so I started looking at some of these crystals. There were different kinds. And I gravitated towards one, and she was just kind of watching me. She didn't really say anything. And I kind of held that crystal up against my face, and I was feeling it. And she asked me to come closer, and she pulled another crystal off the rack and asked me to give her the other one back. And she said, "This crystal is meant for you. Hold this crystal in your hand." And when I held the crystal in my hand, it felt like my heart just exploded out of my chest. And so I said, "Oh my gosh, my heart is exploding out of my chest." And she said, "You have a big heart, and this crystal is calling you because it has to do with the heart." So I purchased it. I paid a lot of money for this crystal, and I love it. And every time I wear it, I feel the essence of the heart with this crystal. So I'm going to move closer. Excuse me. I am going to do a card reading today. This is off script for what I had planned. The thing about intuition, folks, and the thing about YouTube is it's really counterintuitive to say on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to do a card reading. Or on Tuesdays and Saturdays. The intuition doesn't work that way. When you are impressed to do a reading and you do the reading, you know it's correct. Now, with this said, yes, I am still planning my other reading, but that's a whole different setup. And I know how I'm going to do it. I just don't have those blocks of time right now. So I am going to do a reading after I put on my foundation. Everything else is on. And this card deck is Love and Light Angels Cards by Angela McGerr. She is British. I purchased these at an event. They were used, but I fell in love with them. They are very difficult to read. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of these cards, and then I'm just going to read them with my intuition, and then that will be it. So let's get on to the foundation. Now, I did everything on my face except for my foundation, my concealer, and my blush. I am using the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. This is not the newest. This is the one prior. This foundation is excellent for mature skin. It's excellent. I'm telling you, I wore it all day yesterday. My face did not itch. I barely knew I had it on my skin. So what I found was I do need 2 pumps, and it's very runny because there's a serum in it. Now, I don't use serums on my face, so this is a great addition to my foundation collection. And by the way, I don't just purchase foundations. I'm back. I had to move my cards. I don't just purchase foundations to purchase foundations. I have to research and feel really confident about what I'm purchasing. So the next foundation that I'm going to get is the new Lancome foundation. Not full coverage. It's not really even medium coverage. I'd say light to medium. It's not really buildable because of the serum in it. So I'm going to put this on not with a stipple, but I'm going to brush it all over my face. This color is so nice. There is a smell. It's very, very faint. It almost smells like botanicals, but in a, like you really have to sniff and sniff and sniff. It's a light, very nice, calming smell almost. But I use essential oils in my house, and I'm used to that smell. I know what ones I can use and which ones I can't. I also have a cat, so you have to be careful what essential oils you use around a cat. Google it. It's true. This foundation has a beautiful glow to it. It's gorgeous. I was so impressed yesterday when I wore this. I'm sorry I'm farting with my bangs here. But, you know, I get them all nice in the morning and then I come up and do a makeup video. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit. And I just want to show you really quick. This is with the foundation. This is without the foundation. You can see my veins here. They're subdued on this hand. That is what this foundation does to the skin. It is a very, very light, skin-like foundation. I am going to go back. I don't usually do this, but because of the serum, I am going to pat with my sponge. Once this sets down, it doesn't move. It's so nice. Now I'm going to use the Ilia concealer, which I also really love. I will put these two products in the description and a little write-up about them, but you can read about them if you click on the link. And then I'm going to go in with my concealer brush, and I'm just going to tap this in. I already put on my eyeshadow, so I'm just going to be gentle about it. A little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of powder only on my wrinkles and only where I'm going to put my blush. The rest of it I am not going to do. I really want it to just be the serum foundation. So I use very little. I'm going to go over my lip, down both sides here, on my forehead, corners of my nose, and then a little bit under my eyes, just like this. And believe me, there is still powder. You do not realize the amount of powder that gets inside a brush. It really collects in there. You do not need a lot. You just need a dusting. And then I'm going to do my cheeks. And that's it. I'm going to use my bronzer today. I'm going to use one of my new brushes from Nire. I'm using my bronzer as a blush. I want that warmth. I do that a lot. I just like the warmth. And then I'm going to go down my neck a little bit because I've mentioned before, I have a receding chin. You know, we all have something. We are not perfect people. And then I'm going to put lipstick on, and then we're going to do, they don't even make it anymore. I'm not even going to tell you who it is. But the color is called, oh, it's a lot number. There is no color. Well, it's a really, really, see, I barely used it. It's a really pretty rosy red with a little bit of brown in it. I got this lipstick online about 3-4 years ago. And it came in a collection. So, can't get it anymore. So I'm not going to tell you. But I decided I want to use up some of these lipsticks. Okay, on to the card reading. Let's get myself looking somewhat decent with the bangs. Got to take a sip of coffee. So Angela McGerr, in these Love and Light Angel cards, she separates the deck into 4 quadrants. So I'm going to use my book. Bear with me because, like I said, these cards are a challenge. All right. This book is for education. This is the Shekinah's Templa Mar Healing Suit. That's one of the quads. The other one of the quads is called the Shekinah Heart Quest Suit. Then we have the Metatron's Soul Quest Suit. The inside, there is art. And if you notice up in the corner, there are glyphs. Actually, what she calls them, Malachim Healing Alphabet Keys. And then some cards have numbers, which are stargates, angelic stargates. This is why I'm telling you these cards are incredibly hard to read. And I've read them personally for myself a couple of times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the deck. And I will be referring to my book. The rest of it will be intuition. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And that's it. Okay, so the first card comes from the Shekinah's Heart Quest Suit. The glyph, or the healing alphabet, right up here in the corner, is the Kaf. It is the abundance bowl. What this means is surrender your life to the abundance that will come to you when you stop trying so hard. See the abundance bowl? So we've got some coming in and some going out. No fear. No fear. Surrender. Let it go. Know that you are being taken care of. Know that all is well with your soul. And there are 4 angels. So the 4 archangels are with you at this time. So basically this card is asking you to surrender your work. To surrender your work to the Temple Mar. The Temple Mar in the heart space is the oneness with the universe. So that's what this card is asking you to do. If you want to see it in a past form, it's the past coming to the present. Okay, the second card is also from the Shekinah's Heart Quest. And we have the dragon. Now, this is Jod, openness, power, true direction. So this is the present moment. This means that if you listen to your intuition and you listen to your heart space and you are quiet and you listen to what the angels in the universe and God is trying to tell you, you will have a resurrection of sorts. You will be rising up into a new place, into a new work, into a new field, into a new life of power within oneness, within diversity in oneness. You will find your niche. And that's what this card is all about. It's a fire card. It's a passion card. It's a moving forward card. Okay? This is Archangel Uriel and the feathered dragon. It's all about, will you make the choice to allow the fire and the passion in your life to purify your past because you're surrendering it, and to move into the future? It's an action. When you reach that point of oneness, that point of allowing diversity to happen without judging it, and I'm still struggling with that, but when you allow that and you raise your crown chakra higher, you are giving permission to be linked with the loving will of purity and intention. And then you will discover your true life's purpose. That's what that card is. So let's do the last card. And we have Shekinah's Templa Mar Healing Suit. Card is all about sacred geometry. We have the infinite life. The sacred geometry in the corner refers to oneness. So what oneness means is out of nothing, out of zero, came something. The spark of existence. And when we make a choice to move from the spot of selfishness, the spot of trying to control, and we surrender to the oneness of all living things, we move our heart chakra upward, as I mentioned before, through the crown, and we make a choice to connect to this oneness. And when we do this, there is an infinite supply of love and an infinite supply of abundance and an infinite supply of protection. But this takes work. This is not something that just poof happens. We have to make that decision to do so. I want to read you this because it's absolutely beautiful. And then we will close the card reading. As Eden tree, I stand with my roots in the heart of Mother Earth below, and my crown teaching the angel stargate above to channel diamond rays to aid Mother Earth, mankind, all life toward ascension. Be in me, be with me, be part of me, and I of you. Let me be a pure channel of peace and service in love and pure light. And so it is. So that, friends, if you can see this spinning, the lights are going all the way around, covering the whole entire globe. That is our reading for today. Be you. Be beautiful. Be light.